All right, what's going on, guys? Let's go over Riot. We decided to take the trade, and it went against us. So now we're nothing but in survival mode at this point. We don't care if we're making money. We just want to get out, stop the bleeding as easy as possible, and move on to the next trade, okay? But this is what we were looking at on the overall pattern we discussed the night before. We have ourselves a double top, okay? And then we have lots of support through this area. Lots of support. Good key level. We took the trade the other day. We grabbed a little bit and won that one. And then we discussed last night how we would re-enter the trade down here. Now, this is the thing. When the trade decides to go against us like it did, and it just goes right through a key area. Now, look how long this stock's been bouncing there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, arguably 6, maybe 7 times, okay? It's been there quite a few times. Should have probably held up, especially not just this simple little pullback kind of cut through, okay? Now, when it does that, it's doing what it normally doesn't do, as we discussed. And this is the deal. We also discussed when we would get out of the trade because the trade is no longer valid for us. We need to get out of it. We're just stopping the bleeding like I mentioned. And that's it. Now, if you're finding this information useful, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so every time we come out with content, you can be notified. The other thing is going down to the smaller time frame. Let's go down to a 5-minute chart. Now, not everybody's going to be able to watch a 5-minute chart. Completely understand that. So, matter of fact, let's look at the hourly chart first. This purple line down there was the entry for Riot. Okay? That purple line right there. This was the low of day yesterday. Entry, and it goes right on through. It does spike. We can look at a smaller chart. It does spike up there. So we know that there's buyers also trapped in that position. So notice the reversal pattern right here. It spikes up and gets pushed right back down. Now going to the smaller time frame, go to a 5-minute time frame. That's what we were looking at. We can see that there was buyers there. They came up, and if you bought correctly, you were in profit all the way up here. But guess what? It didn't even reach our profit target, okay? And then there was more buyers pushing it up, and then more sellers. And you could see how heavy this stock was. So at this point, once it puts in its last pivot here, okay? This is also roughly around 2%. Now we go over the 2% rule. It's not 2% on where you get in at any given time. It's 2% from a critical level of support, which that's at 1.99 roughly, okay? Now, if it's at 1.99, now I'm waiting for the pop, and if it doesn't recover, then it's a stop at that point. That's one way to get out of this trade. The other way is just like we discussed last night. Now, if you stay to the end of the video, I'm going to upload that small clip that we discussed this part of the video. So make sure you stay to the end so you can see what I was talking about the day before. This is the area now that you are just cutting your loss. You're either taking a small winner or a very small loser to just mitigate your loser, and you're just getting out of the trade. You're moving on. The trade is over. It cut right through that area. It's going to come back. That's the retest. And now it's selling to the next support line, okay, which is another, that used to be a resistance, and it may or may not act as a support at this point. This thing is continuing selling, definitely on a downtrend. We also discussed that last night, how it wasn't necessarily a trend down until it really became a trend down, and that's what's happening. Matter of fact, I wanted to show you, if you mitigate your loser well enough, and you understand this principle of getting out at the retest, because if you know how to read the technicals, everybody that understands this, that was entering here, they are now, this is the rescue mission. They can't wait to get out of their trade. As soon as they're green again, there's no more hopes. We're not trading on hopium, right? We are cutting our losers at that specific spot. Now, this is the other thing. 88 cents buys me like a Tootsie Roll. And at least if I would have made like $2, I could have got myself an ice cream cone from McDonald's. But that's not the point. We're just trying to get out of the trade. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. Next time, when you buy a strong support, sells right through, the point and moral of this story is you get out on the retest. Okay, I'll catch you later, guys.